Hi, guys. It's been ages since we spoke, like 2 minutes for me, but at least 24 hours for you guys. I wanted to share a bunch of stuff. It's just like all Outlander. I got some behind the scenes. I got some Stephen Cree. I got some uh, uh, Caitriona Balfe, Sophie, Richard. I got a bunch of little things just for us, just to enjoy as we get along on this Thursday. With any luck, I am pulling into the station right about now, departing my bus and heading to a hotel. So, thank you to you, everybody who gave me good thoughts, good vibes. Said a prayer, however it is you put positive energy into the world, because I would not be taking this trip, I don't think, if there wasn't something out there going, Katie should not be on that jury. Katie should not be on that jury. So thank you for helping me get out of my civic duty. Okay. As a thanks, I think we've got a nice variety of stuff. Outlander Online shares this throwbacks to Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin behind the scenes of episodes 5-1 of Outlander The Fiery Cross. Oh, I loved this episode too. It was fun. And I think I've said this before, but my wedding dress to my second husband was a white dress, but it had violets all over it, or flowers of some sort. They were purple flowers, shocking, I know, all over, sewn into the fabric. My mom made it for me because she's a lovely person who adores her older daughter when she behaves herself. And so I enjoyed this dress just because I was like, aw, it doesn't have to be crazy fancy. You just have to be in love and happy to be married the person that you're married to. So let's go through some of these pictures of joy and happiness of 501 here behind the scenes, because generally Brianna doesn't have a cup of coffee with her, at least not a paper cup like that. And we've got cutting the cake. Look how simple that cake is. My cake had 2 tiers and I made it. Again, low cost weddings. I highly recommend that, because then we went to Vegas and that wasn't cheap. All right, another good one here with the family is so sweet. Look, mother and daughter and father all in a row, and even her bouquet was simple and sweet and still really pretty. I enjoyed so much of this. That's a good picture too. I didn't see a lot of these beforehand because I was just like, oh, the group should see this, and didn't go through all of them myself. This is from the archives of Stars, and Outlander Online keeps their own archives of the Stars images, and I forgot to put our site archives via Stars or slash Stars. All right, Sophie looks a little irritated. It's like, oh, another take? Fine. Okay. And checking out that wedding ring. Does it fit properly? Does it get stuck on your finger? Well, it's supposed to. You're not supposed to just have it slide off. At any rate, again, loved the dress, loved the scenes. Just everything was really well done on that. And we've got some Tobias. I know, not everybody's favorite, but I think he gets a bad rap just because he is attached to this character we all dislike, and possibly two characters a lot of people dislike too. Batgirl Fangirl shares this, though, continuing the way back Wednesday. A handful of you requested to see the older behind the scenes photos that I used to create my season 1 reel. Not me, Batgirl, she created them. Originally posted December 16th, 2014, A Man on a Mission. Yeah, poor Frank. Poor Frank. I really do. Even if you don't like his character, put yourself in Frank's shoes. As far as he's aware, his marriage going well. I mean, they're reconnecting, they're communicating. She's taking in his hobbies. She's going and pursuing some of hers. They're having a nice honeymoon here, and then things go horribly wrong, and his wife's missing. That is just, it is astounding that more time isn't spent on that to really get it across. But I think that the scene at the police department, when he's trying to inquire about how far they've come, and he's nothing but upset that they haven't found anything, no fault to them, there's nothing to find on their end. But his utter frustration, I think Tobias did a fantastic job playing Frank and playing Blackjack Randall. So say what you will about the man, did really well at those parts. Now, I've got some Graham McTavish to go with us. Today's office, Piha Beach, New Zealand. Somebody's going to tell me how to pronounce that, because you guys are awesome at letting me know when I just am not pronouncing things right. No sign of hewn so far. Okay, yeah, you're just being funny here. Uh, all right, then Point Blank says, what's of him? That megalith behind me reminds me of similar structures in the U.S. desert. The devil something in that UFO movie. Yeah. It does kind of have, yeah, the, was it something of the third kind. That kind of tall, weird shaped mountain that doesn't look like it really belongs in that shape without other things around it. Anyway, yeah, that is kind of similar. All right. Kind of a cloudy sky, but still beautiful scenery, and I love a good beach. Although I prefer to go to the beach when it's really warm. I don't mind getting my feet burned on the sand. I'll walk quickly, dig my feet under the sand, because if you go down a little bit, it's not as hot. It's good stuff. And some Stephen Cree here for us. The Stephen Cree shares disclaimer. This photo was entirely unposed. The Singleton whiskey. Oh, okay, more whiskey. Everybody is wishing for me to have a dram for y'all this weekend. If I drink as much as you guys are asking me to, I definitely won't be going live. I probably won't make it to the convention or back or remember my name. So I'm going to tone it down and not drink 12 at a time or one for each of you who have asked me to, but I will have one or two, and we'll probably go live at some point on that, and you can listen to me slur my words. Blazer for my mate, Nick Connor. Shirt by Scabble and loaned by top stylist, Mr. Tommy Rabin. Okay. Teeth by Arm and Hammer. Well, thank you, Stephen. He's given all credit where credit is due. I'm surprised he didn't go jeans provided by mom and dad. But he's good. He looks good. And have a nice time. I do like that blazer. That is nice. That's all I'm going to say. It's a nice blazer. I enjoy it. Now, John Hunter Bell, who I'm constantly on the lookout for. Him and Charles. They don't post as much right now. John Hunter Bell posted this one, though, with Leonard Skinner's Freebird playing in the background, which is the perfect song for this. It says, free as a bird. And as we can see eventually when the picture comes back, because there it is, he is out having a ride on his bike. And it's like nephew, like uncle, right? Because they both appreciate their bikes. And yeah, he's having a good time. I wonder who is taking the video for him, but yeah, it's really nice that he did this so we can see that he's enjoying life. Speaking of enjoying life, I have quite a bit of Caitriona, including some interviews. Outlander Online shares this one. Caitriona Balfe, James Hawes, Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, and Rachel Brosnahan at Sirius XM's Town Hall with the cast of The Amateur in Sirius XM Studios on April 3rd, 2025 in New York City. I think that covers it. Somebody wanted to know where one of the pictures was, and if they don't say in there where it was, I might not know, or I've gone so quick that I've lost it. But this one is New York. And again, a comfy outfit. She's got this really lovely sweater top that, I mean, you can buy anywhere, probably the cheaper version, but you can buy these anywhere, and they are super comfy. Plus, she has that great skirt on as well. And again, she looks just comfortable. And they are having a chat here. Sirius XM. If you wanted to hear it, they don't have a link to it. I will see if I can find it. But in all likelihood, if you just type up The Amateur in Sirius XM, you're going to be able to find it without too much trouble. We hope. And again, pictures of the group, of Kat, of everybody. Oh, of everybody. It's a collage. That ought to cover it. Thanks so much. And Balfe Nation shares this one, meeting Caitriona Balfe, star of Outlander and The Amateur, with Rami Malek. An actress as discreet as she is charismatic, Caitriona Balfe's range goes from far beyond period gowns and emotional tears. She proves it again in The Amateur, a gripping thriller hitting theaters April 8th. It was yesterday. Haven't seen it yet, but we'll figure it out. Excerpts from Numero Publisher, 8 April 2025. Honestly just been too busy to go to the movies. I don't know if we'll have time to do it over the weekend either, because there's stuff back to back, and if I'm going to get any other stuff done while I'm doing the back to back friend stuff, I don't know. There's not much you can do to prepare other than hope you're fit enough to run as fast as the director wants you to. Caitriona Balfe. That's a good quote. That makes me wonder. I've known Rami for a while and always hoped we'd get to work together. Caitriona Balfe on that one as well, although I did try to say Patrina. I hope the days when women served only to support male characters with no depth are over. Caitriona Balfe. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Don't even get me started. And we've got a nice read through here. I probably will not read the whole thing here right now, but keep looking at the pictures because we do have some interviews that I have at the end. And I'd rather hear her own words than you have to listen to mine. But I will have the link to this below in case you would like to go through and read the questions because it looks like it is a full article. Probably worth the read. Brilliantly Balfe also shares one of the interview clips here for one of the interviews. Brilliantly Balfe says, another fantastic interview for the Amateur with TMN correspondent Claudia Griffith, and at Claudia Griff is her handle. Caitriona Balfe at thanks to Caitriona Balfe for the heads up. Caitriona Balfe files for the heads up. Oh, well, they're thanking him. I don't get a heads up yet. I just little fish, big pond. But let's see what this big fish has to say.
I think this movie explores so many things. There's obviously such a big theme of like grief and loss, particularly for your character, Rami's character. Mm-hmm. How was that kind of getting ready to prepare those more like emotional scenes? How do you get into it and how do you kind of shake that off then after the day?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the beautiful place where they connect and why they connect so quickly. And I think, you know, obviously they've had history for a long time, but it was very sort of work-based and you know, they didn't know who each other were, and they sort of it was all about sort of the information that they were passing to each other. And I think both of them are the kind of characters who live very safely in an information sort of based relationship with the world as well. You know, I think we see that with Charlie, where he is it's almost like he's, it's very data orientated and very data driven. And with Inquiline, I don't know, Rami's such an amazing actor, and especially the scene where they talk about how it feels to be the one left and what that kind of feels like. You know, you get to have a partner like that in a scene like that, and it's just, there's something beautiful that happens organically. And, you know, Rami and I spoke beforehand, and we both have shared, you know, similar life experience in that sort of arena as well. And we sort of spoke a little bit about that, and you sort of let your own experience and the experience of the character bleed into those scenes. And it was also such a gorgeous setting. Mm. We were right there on by the sea, and you know, it was the incredible light that we had for that particular scene. And yeah, it's those, you kind of relish getting scenes like that when you're an actor. So yeah, it was quite nice.
Yeah, quite cathartic almost to kind of just like let that out in that way.
Yeah.
Having that lived experience. On a bit of a different note before we have to wrap up, but I loved the chicken alarm clock. I think you're going to get this a lot of times.
As an Irish woman,
today.
I think we can appreciate that, right?
Kind of like back to basics. Was it actual chicken? Like, because they're smell.
Guinea fowl.
Oh.
And they're really incredible. They're beautiful. I mean, they've got the most gorgeous feathers. But yeah, it was like a proper pen of guinea fowl.
Yeah.
Slightly smelled.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
No judgment.
No judgment on them. Completely natural. But yeah, they're really beautiful. But it was quite funny. We had that scene, and then you have the scene like going through the pen as well later. But yeah, it was fun.
Is there any kind of elements of your life that you kind of like don't do the techie thing, like you're kind of like back to basics with?
I am so not technical.
Yeah.
I mean,
everything.
When we first got into those scenes, James came over and he was like, Caitriona, you know, because I can't type for shit on a keyboard. It was like, maybe just check down at your fingers a few times. I was like, oh yes, of course, yes.
Have to do those lessons, like the Cree kind of. Yeah.
It's not for me. That was all acting.
All acting. I'll have to get tips on how to act so tech savvy the next time I'm in work. Like, you were great though. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
It's so lovely to meet you.
Best of luck on the release.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank you.
All right, and then we have this one here shared by Balfe Nation, Caitriona Balfe, during promo for the amateur on the series finale of Outlander. I think we found a really beautiful way to end it. I think we might have heard something similar, but you know what? I'm just going to play it anyway.
We found a really beautiful way to end it. I do think it sort of brings a lot of people back into the fold. Yes, there's a lot of reunions, and we will learn more about people. And yeah, and I hope the fans will be happy.
How is it to end it? Because obviously you were saying that you've obviously spent a lot of time in Scotland. It must be strange for you personally, like at the end of an era for you as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, quarter of my life was that show, was being up in Scotland. And it was, I think now there's sort of enough time has passed that you can look back and just sort of be so appreciative of the enormity of it and everything that it gave me and all of that. I miss everyone, but I see them still. I saw Sophie recently and Izzy the other day, and Sam and I text all the time, but he's traveling the world as always. But it's, I mean, it was just amazing. It was an amazing experience. I think we found a...
Alrighty, and one last Balfe interview here. Balfe Nation shares Caitriona Balfe is fun in interviews. That's a fact. Highlights in this clip. Okay, my phone has stickers of fish on it. That's how technical I am. I don't know how many things except obscure things that come in handy on pub quizzes. Doing character accents, it makes you feel very far away from yourself. A stressful time with these boys sounds like fun, and fun offset in Marseille. So let's find out what they've got to say, Marseille.
Technical, your character, and I was thinking I could not do that job because that's not me. How are you with technical things?
My phone has stickers of fish on it, so that's how technical I am. That should tell you a lot about it.
That looks like a fake phone. That looks like a kid's phone.
Well, it's decorated by a kid, and yes, and it's so like non-technical that it only has one camera screen instead of three like most people. So I'm a Luddite or close to. I'm not a Luddite, but I'm not very technical.
Why the fish?
You'll have to ask my 3-year-old. I don't know. It was a present that he decided to decorate my phone. So.
I love that though. That is actually so sweet.
Except now he's complaining because all the paint has worn off, so he wants to do the new ones. See, I unfortunately don't know many things except for really like obscure, stupid things that come in handy in pub quizzes. So it's always nice. I'm like, I do know that. I do know where that country is. So.
I feel like you're very, very good at accents. Some people, I feel it just comes naturally to them, and I feel like you're one of those folk that can just do it.
You're being very kind.
No, it was amazing. So I was like, oh.
Oh, well, thank you. I think the thing with accents is I do enjoy it. And I'm always like, yeah, no, I can do that. Because James was like, can you? And I was like, yeah, I love accents. And then you put down the phone and you're like, can I? Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had an amazing dialect coach. And then also I found there's this incredible Russian activist, this woman, Nadia Tolokonnikova. I hope I'm saying her name right. But she had a great Russian accent because obviously she'd grown up in Russia and all of that, but then she's lived outside of it for quite a while. So there was sort of like a softness to it, and just her intonations and everything was quite fun. So, and it's great when you get to do things like that because it just makes you feel very far away from yourself, and it allows you to kind of get into character very quickly. A stressful time with these boys sounded like fun. It was something really different, and it was obviously I'm a huge admirer of Rami's and Lawrence and James as well. Huge fan of his, and so when it came to me, they were like, "There's this role, and she's not fun, but it's a fun role to play." And yeah, all of it just sounded like it was a good time.
It was quite intense filming it, so I was like, did you manage to have fun offset? And Lawrence was like, no.
Where was he? He missed out. We did a little bit. We were in Marseille, and we were filming part of it there, and then everyone was moving to Istanbul. And Rami organised a night with some of the cast and crew, and we had this incredible dinner on a rooftop, like in the bay at Marseille. So that was kind of fun. That was our one night of fun.
Well, that was fun too. Nice little tidbits. Thank you for putting this together so that we can get multiple little bits because it does get kind of unnerving to find all the little bits all over the place and put them together and hope that they aren't the same ones. And that will be all for this video. I hope you guys got some fun stuff out of it, little updates about some of our cast members and more talk about Caitriona. But I do like that she reveals little things about Outlander, little things about her acting and her experiences, whether it's on Outlander, Belfast, or the Amateur. I can't wait to hear more things about the cut. It's going to come. At any rate, that's all I've got for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give her a like. If you find yourself coming back to this channel or think to yourself, I like that purple lady, I want to hear more of her, then hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notifications bell as well. My tongue is getting tied. I've got stuff to do because I'm leaving tomorrow because I'm recording this yesterday. Do you understand? Okay, good. So I'm going to get going, but I'm going to say thank you again to my members for your continued support. Thanks to those of you who have been giving me super thanks to assist in this channel's ability to go places and do stuff and share it with you. And thanks for the views. Thanks for the shares. And thanks to those of you who have been sending in email addresses and Telegram accounts that you're supposed to think are Sam, but you don't think are Sam. Does that make sense? And hopefully we'll get some answers from them, and I will share that with you here. Okay, guys, go forth. Enjoy your Thursday. Hopefully I will be live at some point tomorrow, but I cannot tell you when. I can't predict when is going to be a good time around the schedule. And let's just make it till then. And if you didn't get enough Outlander information, you just check on those playlists below. There's also some stuff about Couple Next Door, Sam in general, really. And of course, our weekly chats. Oh, before I go, on our weekly chats on Monday for our latest review, the wedding episode is what's coming up. I'm going to be back on Sunday. Monday is no problem. However, it's quite possible that you may get those invitations with the links to join at an odd time over the weekend or possibly on Monday morning or Sunday night. Please do not worry. It will come. Just the time that I'm going to be sitting in front of a computer to send them out may not be as per usual. So don't worry. They will come Monday night. We will be watching and checking out the wedding. It's going to be so fun. All right, then. Be safe, guys. Love y'all. And whatever video you choose below, because I know there's more Outlander stuff you want to watch and know, I will see you there.